All right, guys, welcome to Job 32. We're almost to the end of Job. We still got a little ways to go yet. Job 32, Elihu contradicts Job's friends. We've been waiting over a week for this video. YouTube had to make sure they censored my opinion. And this is what they're doing. Only certain opinions get censored, evidently. But that's okay. So waiting makes the heart grow fonder. So we got to wait a little bit to find out what he's going to do. Let's see what Elihu has to say. So these three men ceased answering Job because he was righteous in his own eyes. So these three men ceased answering Job because he was righteous in his own eyes. Was he really righteous in his own eyes? Verse 2, Then the wrath of Elihu, the son of Barachel, the Buzite, of the family of Ram, was aroused against Job. His wrath was aroused because he justified himself rather than God. But did he really do that? I mean, he did in a way. But notice he gave God the credit. So, did he really do that? Well, maybe a little. Verse 3, also against his three friends his wrath was aroused, because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job. They had no reason to do it, and yet they did. Now, because they were years older than he, Elihu had waited to speak to Job. When Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men, his wrath was aroused. So Elihu, the son of Barachel the Buzite, answered and said, I am young in years, and you are very old. Honest statement. Therefore, I was afraid, and dared not declare my opinion to you. I said age should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives him understanding. Great men are not always wise, nor do the aged always understand justice. Therefore I say, listen to me. I also will declare my opinion. Indeed, I waited for your words. I listened to your reasonings, while you searched out what to say. I paid close attention to you, and surely not one of you convinced Job or answered his words. So he's calling out the other guys. Lest you say, we have found wisdom, God will vanquish him, not man. Now, he has not directed his words against me, so I will not answer him with your words. They are dismayed and answered no more. Words escaped them. And I have waited because they did not speak, because they stood still and answered no more. I also will answer my part. I too will declare my opinion, for I am full of words. The spirit within me compels me. Indeed, my belly is like wine that has no vent. It is ready to burst like new wineskins. You know, when it ferments, it creates gases. But interesting, he mentions ready to burst like new wineskins. Remember where that comes from in the New Testament? I will speak that I may find relief. I must open my lips and answer. Let me not, I pray, show partiality to anyone, nor let me flatter any man, for I do not know how to flatter, else my Maker would soon take me away. So that was his speech. And then Elihu speaks. Now he's got a couple of things he's going to say, starting from verse 33 on. And I know this is going to be a super short video, but he's upset, first of all. He's been listening to everything going. Now, keep in mind, this is a young man. He probably learned from all these men. But what he saw angered him so, because he saw the three friends very much attempting to condemn Job, but not knowing what they were talking about and not having a correct answer. But then he was upset with Job because Job seemed righteous in his own eyes. Now, Job did sing his own praises to a degree. But I don't think Job saw himself as being quite that righteous in his own eyes. That's just from my perspective. But who knows? We'll go with what the Bible says. That's what's important. But this young man is like, okay, I've listened to all of y'all and I've watched this interaction and I'm seeing utter nonsense. See, at one point, Job just abandoned talking to them and was just talking to the Lord. To the Lord and about the Lord. These other three friends were just desperate to try to get Job to be condemned, and they couldn't. And what was funny was they were speaking on God's behalf. Like they were there doing something right, and they weren't. So now Elihu, and I guess the Spirit of the Lord has fallen on him and firing him up. He's now going to unload on these four men. The three friends and Job. And we'll see what he has to say, because he's going to contradict Job. He's going to proclaim God's justice, condemn self-righteousness, proclaim God's goodness, and he's going to do something in chapter 37. So we have several chapters where he is going to make many declarations and call a lot of stuff out. I think we're going to learn a lot from hearing him. Now, something interesting to notice, and I think we may discover this as we go, is what's driving Elihu. We'll find that out in the succeeding chapters. So, super short one today, but you see what's about to happen. This is our setup for a series of chapters where a whole lot of what's been said is going to be called back to remembrance. And I think we all may learn something about ourselves and our own actions, our own self-righteousness. And this is what the Bible is for, to teach us these things, to make us aware of these things. And I hope we all do learn something. That's the goal of covering this book. Guys, that was Job 32. We're about to get into some stuff now. He's going to start speaking some fighting words, and we'll see what they have to say. After Elihu makes the longest speech in the Bible, or in the book of Job. All right, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.